Hey, what is going on, y'all? Today we are coming to you from the shop and I am sitting down this time. And the reason why is because we're talking about a serious subject. Money, greenbacks, Skrilla, dough, whatever you call it. Let's get into this video talking about the cost of ownership of a Harley Davidson touring motorcycle. Let's go. So as I mentioned in the open, we're going to be talking about money, dollars and cents, of what it costs to own a Harley Davidson touring motorcycle. And in my case, it's a 2021 Street Glide Special. Basically what I did is I took the first 3 years of everything involved, pretty much everything involved, in the cost of owning a motorcycle. And the reason why I'm putting this out here is the video I made with my top 8 tips for new and experienced motorcycle buyers. I briefly touched on the cost of ownership, but I wanted to expand in another video to have people put their thoughts down in the comments, but also for someone who may be buying their first Harley Davidson touring motorcycle, since they're getting so popular, or they are popular, not getting. The 2024s are amazing. I bet you that'll bring more riders into the fold. And I wanted to put this out here just kind of as a guide so you're not hit with sticker shock when you go into a dealership and you don't realize what it is that you're going to actually be paying. How much is it going to cost you monthly, yearly, and 3 years? Because I just hit my third year of ownership with the motorcycle. What does that cost look like? And again, that cost is going to fluctuate for everybody based on a number of factors. But I'm just going to take my numbers and give you a ballpark of what you can expect overall. But go ahead on to the monthly cost. So you have your payment, which is give or take $400. You have your gas. For me, I pay $54 a month in gas. I put in premium. I want to put in what is recommended. The 114 is recommended for premium gas, so I go ahead and put it in there. The cost isn't that great for me, and I would much rather get the performance out of my motorcycle using 93. Insurance. For me, my insurance is $43 a month. Again, your rates will vary based on where you're at, your driving record, all that other kind of stuff. But for me, that is my rate. So the monthly cost, just those things, is $500. Now we're going to move on to the yearly costs. And again, this is going to factor in the monthly costs and then the additional costs that are going into you riding this motorcycle. And again, these are very basic rates, very basic things. This isn't including upgrades and all these other kinds of things that someone may do with their motorcycle. And again, have at it. You know, you make your ride yours, but I'm just talking about the basic cost so someone can understand when they're getting into a Harley Davidson touring bike, what it's going to cost. So for oil changes, some people choose to do them themselves. I choose not to. I have a mechanical background, but I want the service techs to look my bike over when I have my service appointments and to make sure that everything is good to go by somebody who's experienced and used to seeing these things. So I take my bike in for service, and those are the costs that I'm going to put in, I'm going to estimate with, because if you choose to go get your service done, it's more expensive than if you do your service first. And a tip: if you do your service yourself, maintain your receipts for warranty purposes. If you have to prove that you did an oil change at this or that or whatever the case should be, whatever the interval service is, you want to be able to prove it to Harley Davidson in case you have a warranty claim that stuff was done. So hang on to your receipts. So going into the service appointments, I found that service appointments range between $485 and $700. It may be lower or higher in your area. It all depends. But I went ahead with an average of $600 per service appointment. So that's 2 services a year, depending on how much you ride. For me, I have 30,000 miles on my bike, and my bike is 3 years old. So I said that I do 2 services a year, and you probably should anyway, especially on the oil change side, to get it go ahead and changed out. That way you don't have that moisture and all that other kind of stuff just setting up in your engine and everything. But anyway, 2 services a year is $1,200. So for yearly costs, I have it at $6,000. That's your payment of $400. That's your gas of $54 and your insurance of $43 a month. That comes up to $6,000. Then I have your $1,200 service appointments. And again, maybe less if you choose to do your own service. That's a total of $7,200 for a year maintaining your motorcycle. And that is the bare minimum of maintenance. Now I'm gonna move on to those additional costs that take me out to the 3-year mark, And I just went through all my receipts in my office and went through all of them and said, okay, this is what I had over this past 3-year span to give you an accurate picture. So what I have in the other costs, because my stock tires lasted me about 2 years. I got them changed last year in June. I purchased the bike originally in May of 2021. So my tires lasted me, I want to say, about 24,000 miles. I'll have to take a look. I know they were close to the rating that they're rated for as far as mileage. I just don't remember. My tires and labor cost me $520 to be installed. The tires alone right now are like $600. I just looked them up online before I came out here. The tires alone are like $600. So you're probably looking at, I would guess, maybe $700 total for your tires to be replaced at the Harley dealership. That's where I got mine done at. Then you're looking at a battery. A AGM stock battery, OEM battery, is $210. You can go with lithium. Obviously, there's rewards to doing that. When I get a new battery, I probably will go with a lithium as well. But just know that that cost is $730. So last but not least, I'm going to recommend purchasing a NOCO 5-amp smart charger and maintainer. That is the charger that I have. That is the charger that I use. It knows automatically once you hook up to it if you've got the right battery connected to it, and it'll tell you if you don't. But this charger is absolutely amazing, and it helps maintain my battery over the long run. So I actually haven't had to replace my battery yet, but I figure I put it in there because I've seen different things on the forums and stuff like that where people have had to replace their battery. But anyway, so going into the 3-year cost, you're looking at $18,000 for your payments, gas, and insurance. You're looking at $3,600 for 3 years worth of service. And remember I said that was $1,200 twice a year. So, I'm sorry, $1,200 for the year. So that's $3,600. And then tires and then a battery is $730 for a total of $22,330. And again, none of this includes taxes, none of this includes insurance or anything like that. Going back to the reason why I put this video together, I had sticker shock when I went in and looked at the service prices in the dealership. I should have known better. I should have done my research. It wasn't that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, but I ended up purchasing the service plan because I felt like it would work better for me. The service plan was $3,700, and right now I've got 7 services out of that $3,700. And remember, I told you 3 years worth of service is $3,600. Give or take. So when I purchased that service plan, I actually made out. Yeah, I got to make up some of the interest and stuff like that because it was added to my loan, but I actually made out and will make out as long as I own the bike from here on out, because essentially my services from here on out are free. And I'm really happy about that. I don't have to worry about it. The only thing I have to do is pay the difference with Syn 3, the synthetic, and then I'm out in and out the door with $35 or so, give or take. Again, I've done this video and put this together because I want people to know what it is that they're walking into. This is a great hobby. This is a great lifestyle. The Harley Davidson community is amazing. But I also want you to understand that you need to maintain your lifestyle. You need to maintain everything around it. Don't go broke behind on the Harley. It's fun as hell, but don't go broke behind it, all right? So, I want to thank you for watching this video to the end. And remember to always ride as if your life depends on it. Peace.